Smarterfan. Smarterfan. Yeah. Smarterfan.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another segment of Smarterfan Podcast, where we bring you behind the veil of sports, business, and life. I'm Joe, and this is Barry. What's going on, Barry?
Oh, there's so much going on in Cleveland. There's so much going on in the baseball. Ohtani, I think Ohtani's trying to get to the Hall of Fame faster than anybody ever. And then there's so much going on with basketball. And there's so much coming on MMA and these new guys. I'm sorry. There's so much. I'm so excited about sports. Oh, and wait till you see who's going to be on next Monday as special guests.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! I'm sorry, I got carried away. I'm excited. I'm excited, Joe. I'm excited.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm doing all right. I'm going to talk about a gentleman who donned the silver and black. Yeah, man. Otis Sistrunk.
The Otis smoking on the sidelines. Yes, sir.
So now he was born in Columbus, Georgia. And he was one of the few NFL players of his day not to play college football. So now he went straight from high school into the Marines. And after serving in the Marines, he found work at a Milwaukee meat packing plant. And he played semi-pro football for the West Allis Racers and the Norfolk Neptunes in '69.
Wow.
So now in '71, he was spotted by a scout from the Rams. During a practice, he was observed by reps from the Raiders, and they signed him.
Wow.
Yeah, that was in '72. So they said, we ain't playing. Now he spent his entire 7 years with the Raiders, at defensive tackle. And he made the Pro Bowl in '74. And he was part of that Super Bowl team that beat the Vikings in Super Bowl IX.
Wow.
Yeah, that was in '76. Now, he retired from football in '78. And he had a brief career in pro wrestling in the NWA.
Mm-hmm.
So he teamed with Michael Hayes of the Fabulous Freebirds. And they beat Jimmy Snuka and Terry Gordy for the tag team championship. But wrestling wasn't to his liking, so he retired soon after that from there, And he went to work for the Army as a civilian employee.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he spent 12 years at Fort Benning in Georgia. And he mentored a lot of the athletes there, And he now manages Cowan Memorial Stadium at Joint Base Lewis McChord in Washington State, and he helps with the athletic training programs there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he's been mentoring a lot of the young men and women,
So,
and a lot of them have written him letters because I think he's trying to retire,
okay.
and they're asking him, please don't retire yet. I'm on deployment, and I want to talk to you when I get back. So.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he also had a cameo as a short order cook in the movie Car Wash.
That's right.
Yeah. So that was a great movie.
It was.
And he had a street named in his honor in Columbus, Georgia in 2022.
That's what's up.
So, the man had a short but illustrious career.
He just had this natural draw.
Yeah, and he was playing with, John Matuzak and that crazy bunch.
Yeah, that's the right word. Crazy.
Under John Madden. So
that's why they was crazy.
Oh, yeah, to say the least. They epitomized the silver and black.
Yeah, they did.
You know, I mean, they had those wars that they had with the Steelers.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah, those were wars.
yeah. You know, I mean, Franco said he would be down and they would kick dirt in his face.
Yeah, listen, that brand of football, we'll never see it again.
No, not at all. Not at all. So Shedeur, you think he might be traded?
This is what's going on. I was so caught up. I'm watching Shedeur like he's back at Colorado. I'm getting all the videos. I'm getting all of this. I'm getting all of that, Joe. And I'm seeing kind of the disrespect. I know a lot of it's just media circus.
Oh yeah.
I said, you know what? This is not a very good franchise.
No.
Not since they did Jim Brown wrong. And he never made that right. And I said, why? You know what I mean? Why? It's just dysfunctional. I mean, they've had more number ones the past 5 years, still can't get anywhere near a Super Bowl. The whole Hugh Douglas thing and, you know, the Baker Mayfield thing, Bakers don't seem to suck right now, do we? Right?
Well, you have to take into consideration also, though, that this is a separate Browns franchise. The original Browns are in Baltimore now.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a new regime altogether.
But okay.
You know,
okay.
So the dysfunction is like from here on.
All right, I'll give you that. I'm like, all right. You know what? I even feel stronger now that he needs to leave because it's just I don't think. I think it's a good process for him to go through because you know, for lack of a better word, I think whatever baby fat he had is gone. You know, he's just becoming more and more steely and hardened by the process.
Yes.
And I just think it'd be better if he was traded because I know they're going to fall flat on their face. Flacco's not going to make 18 games. I don't even know how what's his name? Pickett. How can you be hurt, bro? You've been off in training, supposedly, and your hamstring. I'm like, what kind of conditioning are y'all doing?
And that remains to be seen.
I'm like, and he's a number one. They try not to say it.
Right.
He's sitting on like millions of dollars, and the return on investment has been zero.
Yeah.
And then you got Dylan, and I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I think he's. I think. Thank you. He's a Browns quarterback. He's a Browns quarterback.
Yeah. Well,
he's not an elite. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he'll reach elite level, but he's a Browns quarterback.
Well, how many teams is this for Pickett?
Thank you. Was he on his 4th or 15th?
Something like that.
You know, I'm sitting here going, how you can't play? You pull a hammy doing what? Anyway, so I get, you know, I look at it and I said, you know what? They got the kind of quarterbacks that are Cleveland Brown quarterbacks. They're not going anywhere. You know?
Yeah.
So I think I really feel I would be so excited if he could figure out a way to get to the Jaguars. Man. Woo. Lord mercy. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, well, we'll just have to see how that plays out because it's gonna get interesting from here on in. That's for sure.
Yeah, because they're gonna disrespect. I can see it play out in my mind. But anyway, let me be quiet. What you got?
Okay, I'm gonna switch gears for a moment and talk about hockey.
Hockey.
The Hockey Diversity Alliance.
Okay.
Now, this started out as a group chat among several NHL players of color in 2020.
Okay.
They were talking about, racial injustice and, diversity and how there's a lack of it in the NHL,
Yeah.
So, and then they started brainstorming
Yeah.
and they came up with the Hockey Diversity Alliance.
Nice.
Now, according to one of its founding members, Akeem Alou, it was a struggle at first getting it off the ground. And the goal was to unite diverse communities from different economic circumstances. And it's the first of its kind coalition, So now they operate independently from the NHL.
Uh-huh.
And they've been going for like 5 years now.
Nice.
So they started with around 220 young athletes,
Mm-hmm.
and now they have 1,500 young players involved, in its programs playing hockey completely free of cost.
Well, this is what athletes need to do to get a piece of the pie.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are the things I always said, I don't know why NBA players are not trying to take over, the G League. They should, you see what, Ice Cube is doing with 3-on-3.
Right.
Why aren't you doing this with the G League? Training these guys, putting these guys on game, bringing advertisement and the whole nets because you got a name.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is how you keep the money rolling in.
Yeah.
You got to become an owner. You can't sit on those millions of dollars. Become an owner.
Yeah.
Bring business to the G League. Why not?
Yeah. So
you know what I mean? So I'm glad they're doing this because guess what? If they continue to do this right, what's going to happen? They're going to you got 1,500 kids. A lot of these kids are going to be prospects for the NHL.
Yeah.
We have to take control of the business.
Yeah.
Part of it.
Yeah.
To get our kids in there.
So the program is dedicated to promoting people of color, but they also have 30% white kids and they have 40% girls.
Good.
So, they're bringing them all in.
Bring them all in. Don't girls play college hockey?
Girls play pro hockey now.
Oh, see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, the focus is to break down all the barriers to entry for young disadvantaged players, especially economic ones.
Absolutely. Talent is talent.
So
that's exciting. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting. They're doing a really good thing, and they're doing this of their own volition. They're putting their money into it. They're not getting anything out of it, but they're helping these kids.
No, listen. This is how you really get the money out of the league. You do these things, put your money up, bring in the advertisement, do this, and now we got social media. You broadcast these games.
Mm-hmm.
So people can see this talent.
Yeah.
And go, oh, wow, we never knew. People still don't know black people play hockey. Right?
Yeah, that's for sure.
So this is how you do it.
Yeah.
And we can bring your own swag, all flavor to the hockey rink.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah. It's a great thing they're doing. I give them all the credit in the world. And they're expanding. I think they're in Toronto and they're in Halifax. I know that, and I think they're in Vancouver also, and they're trying to get into Chicago.
Makes sense. It would make sense. Big hockey town.
Yeah.
Big hockey town.
So now the New Jersey Devils. Now, if they're going to succeed, Jack Hughes has to stay healthy.
Yeah.
He's missed 25 games last season, including all 5 playoff games, with shoulder injuries.
How old is he?
He's got to be like in his 20s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's not old, Now, he's since had both shoulders operated on. So now he's expected to be ready to go this year. And now they got some decent goaltending now, which has been lacking for them for a while. So hopefully this will kickstart them, but they need him. The team doesn't go without him.
Got it. Got
You
it.
know, now the Montreal Canadiens, they made the playoffs for the first time since 2021.
Okay.
So now expectations are high for them.
Yeah.
You know, as you know, especially this core group. You know, you got Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, and Juraj Slafkovsky, and they got this other kid, Ivan Demidov, who's coming in, and he's showing a lot of promise. But it's been 32 years since a Canadian team has won the Stanley Cup,
That's crazy.
and
I
and,
wonder-
and the Canadians were the last ones to do it. So the pressure is going to be on them because they're Canada's flagship franchise.
the Maple Leafs?
No, the Canadians, the Montreal Canadiens.
That's weird.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they've won the most Stanley Cups.
Oh,
Yeah, you know. So it's just going to be interesting to see if Edmonton came close again this past season,
mm-hmm.
but close but no cigar. So
Mm-hmm.
so so you'll just have to see how this season starts up and shakes out this year with them.
Mm-hmm.
So Coach Prime is back, huh?
Coach Prime is back, baby. Oh, he's back. Shaking them young people up. Man, they look good. They're out there moving around. He's got their mind back in the space and place. And I have to salute his staff who've been, excellent,
Yeah.
But he's back in the chair and he's pushing and prodding and poking and he's looking good. He's getting his weight back, and
Yeah, well, that's what's up.
yeah, I tell you, man, and just the way he's been so transparent about everything, he's always looking to empower people. And, he made a comment. He said, people think because you got certain things, you don't go through things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want people to know, you can have some things, but that don't mean you don't go through things. So I'm just so glad he's back in the saddle again. And, I just look at it, man, and what he's turning out is just amazing. You know what I mean? It's just amazing with these young people. We also have another special guest who's a very good friend of Coach Prime that I'm working on coming on on our show. So those things are in the works. And he's also part of Clutch Sports, right? So I'm not going to give his name until we lock him in. He's scheduled for the show as well. So it's just great having Coach Prime back. He's healthy. His boys are fighting. Shedeur is fighting. Shadow's fighting. Bucky is blowing. I told people are like, Bucky's struggling. I said he ain't gonna be struggling for long. He keep turning out that content. And the boy is doing his thing. He is doing his thing. And I said he'll have the longest career of anybody.
I was telling somebody that today. Yeah.
He said, well, how do you figure? He's on the camera.
Yeah.
He's on the media. He just keeps telling stories. That's all he's doing. That's what he's doing.
Well, let me ask you this. Now, since Steve Sable died, who's been doing that?
For the NFL?
Yeah.
I don't know if NFL Films bought him out or merged or whatever, but based on it would make sense. And I think that the dynamic, there's a good possibility that Bucky could be that guy. Bucky could be that guy.
I could see that.
Yeah. I think he's got quite a team. Darius needs to pick up some more of the weight. You know what I mean, on the camera end, and I think it would make sense. It's kind of keeping it in the family. From dad to kids, and it's a different flavor that the the young athlete vibrates with. It's social media crowd. It's not like our time. You know what I mean?
No.
It's not, it's different. It's a different flavor of media. And so
it is, but there ain't nothing like the voice of John Facenda.
you had to go there. You had to go there. John Facenda probably smoked 500 packs of cigarettes before a game and after a game.
But he had that distinct voice.
Oh, he had a great voice.
Great
voice, man. You wanted to run through a wall after hearing that guy.
Especially with that music they would put with it.
Oh, oh man. Oh, why you start that? Why you start me though? I gotta go watch some old Raider fights with the Steelers with him talking and the snake sliding back. I think that's why I became a Kenny Stabler fan. Oh man.
Oh yeah. So, but anyway.
Yes, sir.
Caitlin Clark.
Huh?
Now, the hope was that she would return from her groin injury before the end of the season.
Caitlin?
Yeah.
She's still out.
Yeah, she's still out. She's missed the last month,
Yeah, she needs to chill out.
Yeah, well, at the same time, see, they want to make sure that she's 100% after, having the setbacks that she's had,
Yeah, she needs that rest.
So the coach is saying there's no timeline, despite the fact that they've lost Arian McDonald and Sydney Colson for the season.
What happened?
They had a couple of season-ending injuries, both of them. So,
wow.
So now they're currently in 7th place with 10 regular seasons games to go, and they brought in Odyssey Sims and Kyra Lambert.
Okay.
But they got to bring them up to speed in a short period of time.
Hey, listen, you want them checks, you got to come to play.
So we'll have to see, if they make the playoffs this year, and whether Caitlin can come back in time for that.
Yeah.
So now, officially, the Atlanta Dream were the home team when they played the WNBA's first regular season game outside of the U.S.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they played at Rogers Arena in Vancouver.
Oh, okay.
Now, the Dream might have been the home team in name, but the Seattle Storm had the crowd backing them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when it came to the they were in front of 16,000 screaming fans. So
they be showing.
Yeah. So they rode the crowd to an 80-78 win over Atlanta.
Okay.
And they ended Atlanta's 6-game winning streak, and at the same time they stopped their 6-game losing streak.
Okay.
So
okay, that's competition.
Yeah. So the Storm are 1 game below 500 now, and they're fighting for that last playoff spot with LA.
I know they are.
So that's gonna start heating up, in the next few games.
Yep. Prime time, money time.
Yeah, because they're gonna be fighting. So now the gambling, there was 3 players involved in a federal gambling investigation. So now the NBA and the Players Association said they'd support limitations on certain bets. I mean, I thought this was a bad idea from the get-go to have gambling in sports, but that's
it's too much money, Joe.
Yeah. So, but the aim was to reduce the risk of performance manipulation. But they still want to ensure that the fans can place prop bets, via legally regulated markets. So
it's just so much money. It's not till it really blows up in their face.
Yeah,
they're gonna do anything. It's just so much money.
Well, it's crazy, but that's what are you gonna do? It's the state of things these days.
Yeah. It's a bad situation.
So what about athletes and taxes?
Man, I was watching this thing, and I'm gonna give you part 1, and it was Cam Newton talking about how he was making $732,000 a game.
Mm.
And then he got an $18 million signing bonus. He ended up paying $9 million in taxes. And I said, this is what's so sad. And this is what's a big problem. Because unfortunately, the athlete tends to think, I've arrived.
Mm.
But you're giving away so much money for your future. That's your future money. Go get a tax specialist to show you how to keep some of that money. You shouldn't be just eating a $9 million loss.
Wow.
That's going to affect you down the line.
Yes, it is, but we'll have to keep it right there.
Keep it right there. Oh, Joe.
So, but yeah, I know what you're saying, but we'll have to talk about that next week.
Next week, my friend. So as we say on Smarterfan podcast,
stay in the game.
Stay in the game, folks. See you next week and be well.
Take care.
Take care now.
Smarterfan.